An Australian man believes the gunman responsible for a mass shooting in Las Vegas was staying in the room next door to him at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. New South Wales man and concert producer Brian Hodge, 36, said he ran for his life as hundreds of bullets sprayed into a music festival crowd from a balcony at the hotel as he walked back to his room from a dinner out with his staff. Australian man Brian Hodge ran for his life as a gunman began shooting in Las Vegas. Photo Facebook. Brian Hodge, the gunman who killed at least 50 people and injured hundreds, was on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, according to Las Vegas police. Hundreds of fans at the Route 91 Country Music Festival huddled for cover or ran for their lives as the gunfire continued. It was hardcore, like it was full machine guns for 20 seconds and then it stopped for 5 seconds, then it just went again, Mr. Hodge said. There were so many shots fired, I couldn't tell you how many. A woman came right up to my face and she said, "You've got to turn back, there is a shooter," and we all just started running. Mr. Hodge said he and his team of about 20 staff fled to a nearby lift and piled in with other terrified hotel patrons. When we got to the ground floor of the casino, it was just utter chaos, he said. A police officer takes cover behind a truck at the scene of a shooting on the Las Vegas Strip. Photos. John Locker. There were people screaming and running. We ran into a nearby hallway and ended up in the casino's kitchen. None of the staff were aware of what was happening, so we told them what was going on and we all ran out onto the street. Mr. Hodge said he hid in bushes outside the hotel for 3 hours. We could just hear bullets being fired and then we could see the bright lights of helicopters flying over the top of us, he said. I was just laying on the ground. It was like a scene from a movie. The shooter was up above. We didn't know where they were. I didn't want anyone to know where I was, so I just curled up and hid. It was the most terrifying moment of my life. Mr. Hodge, who is originally from Wagga Wagga, but has lived in Los Angeles for the past 8 years, described seeing the SWAT team storm the hotel. They were in the full police gear and we could just see torches and guns and they were yelling at everybody to stay down or put their hands up. He said police told him the gunman was in the room 32,135, just one room away from his hotel room. I'm room 32,134, so I'm just so glad I didn't make it back to my room, he said. Meanwhile, an Australian couple, Melinda and Ben Simpson, had just left a show at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino with their 2 children when the first shots were fired. Vegas shooting. Australian couple Melinda and Ben Simpson were in Las Vegas with their 2 children when they were evacuated. 9 News picked out Twitter.com 0023VVNO, 9 News Australia at 9 News AS October 2, 2017. We were over at a show at the Mandalay Hotel itself and we'd just finished and we'd come out. There's little footbridges that pedestrians walk over and as we were crossing that there were just literally thousands of people running and a police officer told us to get into the NGN Grand Casino, Ms. Simpson told 9 News. The cop actually said to us, "He's shooting down, so that's why we had to get off the pedestrian bridge." There were thousands of people just running and trying to find lost people. There were some people with blood and some people looked like they were injured.